Breaking news, President Trump here slams Marjorie Taylor Greene, who applauded Tucker Carlson. This is a United States representative publicly applauding on Facebook, on social media, Tucker Carlson for his recent episode. Here we go.
In a meeting with the Syrian president earlier today, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is a big ally of yours, said that she would rather see you focused on nonstop domestic policy meetings here at the White House instead of nonstop foreign policy meetings. What's your response to her saying that, and also saying that grocery prices are up and not down, as you've said?
Yeah, so I don't know what happened to Marjorie. She's a nice woman, but I don't know what happened. She's lost her way, I think. But I have to view the presidency as a worldwide situation, not locally. I mean, we could have a world that's on fire where wars come to our shores very easily if you had a bad president. We had a horrible president, and we ended up with Russia, Ukraine, and we ended up with other disasters, too. Don't forget, I put out 8 wars, 9 to come. I think I'll get the other one taken care of, but I put out 8 wars. And look at the damage that Russia, Ukraine has done to us as a country. I mean, we spent $350 billion. We're not spending any money anymore. Now they pay us through NATO. You know, I got NATO to go from 2% to 5%. Well, that's very important. When you're president, you really sort of have to watch over the world because you're going to be dragged into it otherwise. You're going to be dragged into a world war. I think if I weren't president, first of all, that war would have never happened if I was president. And if I weren't president, that war could have led to World War III. It won't. It's not going to anymore. But when I first got in, I said, wow, this situation could lead to World War III. And I got NATO together. I got everybody together. But with all of that, I passed a great, big, beautiful bill, which is the biggest tax cuts in the history of our country. So when somebody like Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's now catering to the other side, I don't know what, I guess she's, got some kind of an act going, but I'm surprised at her. But when somebody like Marjorie goes over and starts making statements like that, it shows she doesn't know. I don't devote a lot of my time. Let me give you.
And also, you have to keep in mind that because she is going on the internet, I mean, she literally says on Facebook, Tucker's new episode is great, give it a watch. He's exposing what Americans have been saying for years. Chemtrails are real. She's in the Tucker Carlson camp of thinking. Now, it might seem like to you that because of the algorithm and what we see on social media, that so many people have sort of swayed into this sphere of people, of the Tuckers and the Nicks and the Candaces, that they're pulling others in, and they are. But you can't lose hope of your regular day-to-day person who understands that Tucker's voice does not represent the average American. Candace's voice does not represent the average American. And neither does Nick's. Nick is a young little kid. That's unfortunately the issue with people his age who try to come forward and really step up to people who have been in this space for a long time. We have this ego associated with it, especially somebody like Nick, who's been given such a large platform and so much attention. I mean, guys, do not forget the attention that these people are getting, which is feeding the ego on a day-to-day basis for them to be able to continue to do what they're doing. And of course, obviously, it's financially benefiting them. But I do think that she did start to change her views the second that she started to really listen and tune into Tucker Carlson and hang around him. I think that he has absolutely something to do with it, given the fact that now she's ready to publicly, condemn Trump's foreign policy. I'm talking to you right now about Israel. I'm talking to you right now about what's going on foreign policy with the Middle East, because this is the war that he's currently still dealing with. She could also be influenced by his anti-Semitic views, right? And at the same time, I do think it's totally fine to be able to express that you don't agree with what your president is doing, what your state representative is doing, what your mayor is doing. But Tucker has not put himself in a position, Candace has not put herself in a position, and Nick for sure has not put himself in a position where they've provided alternative solutions to try and fix the climate right now, especially in Israel. That's my issue with people like this, is they hijack the platform to contribute to more of the noise, to make people think that there is no way out and that there is no solution, and that what's going on of the condemnation for Israel and death to Israel and death to America, that we need more of it. because they are fueling the fire. They are gasoline added to a fire that already existed. That's because, and the way that I know that, and the way that you know that, and the way that you can find that out is just by looking at the climate of what anti-Israel people are saying and what they're representing at these protests, at these rallies. You don't have them offering, Nick, Candace, and Tucker, you don't have them offering some sort of a solution. All they want is the US to have nothing to do with Israel. That's an impossible alternative. Because if we can't agree geopolitically that Israel is a satellite branch democracy in the Middle East operating alongside the United States to help fight off, to help fight off what is going on in the Middle East, then I guess the rest of the conversation is history. Like it really, because we're not starting at the same starting point. We're pulling from different buckets of information. And so people who are hanging around Tucker are then getting the confidence themselves to maybe go on a limb here. And it absolutely draws the attention. And so, I don't know. Tucker Carlson is clearly a cancer. Clearly a cancer. Thank you so much for all your support. Here's a note from me. Here are 4 ways you can help us grow if you believe in our mission. On Buy Me a Coffee and PayPal, you can directly contribute to helping this message grow and reach more people across the world. If you want to join the inner circle, join our Patreon with different tiers, and of course, our Discord community, which is free with people from all across the world. The links to every single one are in the description. And last but not least, to the other Barak community, I love you. Ani ohev otchem. I'll see you guys next time.